Okay, thank you very much. And we're going to continue with iMatrics, with a solution to predict the impact of an article before it's published. And iMatrics is a Swedish company working with a lot with AI and algorithms. So please continue with your super demo.
Okej. Och det verkar som att ni hör mig också. Hello everyone. So I'm gonna show you very quickly here what we have done these last few, well, roughly 20 hours. And so, if you look here, we have tried to predict what type of impact, or, well, you could say how much page views or likes or conversions, some kind of engagement that an article could have. And we have a few examples of these. And the thing is that we here actually, the values to the right we don't want to show out, so they are just placeholders. But to the left, the impact score and also the headline, that is what we have done today and yesterday. So what you can see here is that we believe that this article about the weather will have a much lower impact than this article about a large police I don't know exactly what they did, but something at a 6th grade form college school thing. Yeah. So, and also if you were to actually use this, you could compare this with how it's actually performing. And also this type of deviation, how good was the actual prediction. And then this could be trained further based on the actual prediction, the actual performance. Yeah. And we also want to tell you a bit about how we have thought about this prediction. And I will hand over to my colleague Marie for that.
So basically, we started with an idea that came from Infomaker, which was to predict virality scores, or if an article can go viral. But that is not always the point. That is not always the ultimate goal. So we figured, can the article have a great impact in your area or for your readers? Now, impact, what is that? Like, how do you define impact, and how can you actually predict impact if we don't know? So we started with making a model. As Peter said in the introduction, we are really big with data, AI, machine learning, and math. That is like what we do. So we don't have a journalistic perspective on this. And I actually think that most of you in here have a lot better understanding about reader engagement, page views, how to create good content than Christopher and I do. But we've made an attempt at making a model that can predict the possible impact. So the pieces are the article itself, simple things like, does it have an image? Because we know that articles that have an image are more well-read. Also, sometimes you get a news value from the reporter or the journalist writing. So we include that type of thing that we can get from the article. The second thing is that we have access to historical data. So how has similar articles done in the past? So we can use some of those things, how much engagement, how many comments, how much spread on social media, that type of thing, to factor in a prediction for this article. The third thing is, what's on trend now? Does this align with what people are searching for on Google or talking about on Facebook? Because we have an hypothesis that that will affect the spread of some content. And the last thing is that we can deploy learning algorithms over time to kind of adjust these scores. So we made an attempt. This is a massive model. We made an attempt of doing that, and that is what you saw Christopher showing. So what can this be used for? Well, really, we don't know, but we have some ideas. You could study different type of things that affect the impact based on data. So you can combine that with the gut feeling and the knowledge that the organizations have. And maybe you can find some hidden things in data. We also believe that after something is published, you could use that type of table that Christopher showed to see if something outperforms, which is kind of an indication that something is very unique. And thirdly, we would like to see if you guys have any suggestions or comments for this, because that is how we will improve anything like this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Do we have any questions about the predictions? Yeah?
Yes, that is definitely possible. And we actually, in this initial model, we have some basic uses of the headline already, but it could be fine-tuned even more. And so, yes, it could definitely be used for that. And then we would suggest that you test it for a while, and we see how the articles perform using this, and then it will improve also to be even better at this type of task.
Yeah. And can you do this in real time?
Yes.
Yeah. So you don't have to wait for a result?
Yeah, no. I can actually show you if I reload here. That first there's this, yeah, and then it reloads. Because the first thing, that's just a dummy.
Yeah, that really been interesting to get this one in production at some customer site. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.